ZHANG. Hi guys, it's Janae and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm reacting to episode 13 of Beyond Evil. I'm so excited. I am loving the show so much. Like, Devil Judge is also absolutely amazing, don't get me wrong. But with Devil Judge, I don't have very high hope that both of them are going to survive, whereas I still carry a grain of hope that in Beyond Evil, the two main characters might survive. So that's currently why the one is ranked slightly higher than the other, just for personal fear reasons. Anyway, before we do get into it, I just want to say a quick massive thank you to all my amazing patrons and channel members. And if you're interested in joining either of those for early access and uncut reactions, the links for it will be in the description below, along with my social media and my PO box. And if you want to subscribe, that's always greatly appreciated. But now, without further ado, let's get into today's video.
안녕드리겠습니다. 운전하고 가야죠.
서장은 늦게 오셨으면서.
Okay, so my initial thought was that they either met before or after the accident occurred, and that's why either way they would be together. But as I was thinking through it, it made me realize that would be impossible because the one was kind of caused by the other. Because I wanted to address this, I forgot during the intro, but I was completely confused by the previous episode. So I had thought that there was the two bodies discovered the next morning after so there was two deaths the morning after Dong-sik's sister went missing, right? There was Dong-sik's sister who died, and then there was the old man with dementia's daughter or granddaughter who passed away. I think it might have been his daughter, if I'm not mistaken. So I originally thought that the person who was full on hit by the car was Dong-sik's sister, and the person who was driven over by Jung-jae's car was the man with dementia's daughter, granddaughter, whatever she was. Like, I can't remember her name, I've been trying. So that's what I thought. I didn't realize that Dong-sik's sister was the one who was hit by the car and then was violently thrown into the opposite lane, basically, and promptly driven over by Jung-jae. That's what I got from the comments, at least. So with that being the case, the one could not occur without the other one already having occurred. So now that's making me wonder, because this man showed up last, Han Ji-woon's father showed up last, that he had at this point already crashed into Dong-sik's sister and left her for dead, and they're about to get a call from Jung-jae telling his mother that he drove over a body. We shall see. Okay, sorry, that was a lot, but I did feel the need to clear it up because I was very confused by the end of it, and even rewatching it while editing didn't change my mind. So it was all thanks to the comments that I kind of made sense of what actually happened. Yeah, that makes sense.
저자님, 한 잔만 하세요. 응? 딱 한 잔만. 어서 따라드려.
Okay, that's making me think that it hasn't happened yet because they're really emphasizing the fact that he's drunk.
얼른.
안녕드리겠습니다.
Or that he's gonna drink.
마냥 태권도 딸 오지화?
Oh, that's interesting.
아세요? 지화도 광역 나왔나?
그 우리 아들 동창이잖아. 대량눈 맞은 거야?
아니요, 맞은 건 아니고.
My Jiwa, and yet you're not going out?
왜요? 아니, 서장님도 사랑의 눈물로 처가택 돕는 거 아닙니까?
Ooh, another one, okay. I can't believe I'm about to say this about grown-ass adults, but this has a lot of mean girl energy.
아니 어깨 좀 잡았다고 탕 붙이는 게 딱 부러운데 인기치네 반짝반짝거리는데
This man
멋있었어.
did not grow creepy with age. He started creepy, it seems.
차 안에 앉아 있습니다. 한 시간쯤 된 것 같습니다.
경찰서를 제일로 싫어하는 우리 이창진 씨께서 본청까지 왕림하셔서 누군가를 기다리고 계시다.
입구 방명록 확인해봤는데요.
Do you guys really not think he would have noticed her?
본청에 왕림하신 게 처음이 아니더라고요. 작년 11월 5일에도 왕림하셨는데 방문한 곳이 자그마치
Tell?
차장실,
차장실?
연쇄, 살인. 그거 문제에서 되지 못할 거야. 뭐 하나씩. 야, 이 새끼야 차 앉아서 맞아들어.
Oh, I think we might have seen this early in the show as well.
40대 남자. 그럼 한경희님은
강도수. 그거 아직 입 밖에 낼 타이밍 아니다.
네. 저는 이제 한경희님도 우리 팀 같아서 걱정이.
우리 팀?
Yeah, why am I so happy to hear him say that? Because I feel like Han Ji-woon has also allowed himself to become part of them. Like, I feel like he's let his guard down and he too considers himself to be part of their group now. So it would be really sad to hear that it's not reciprocated, basically.
팀장님, 괜찮으세요?
안 괜찮아. 괜찮으려고 엄청 노력 중인데.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, I don't want to minimize the trauma of the people who were even closer to the situation than she was, but she is friends with a lot of people who've had a lot of bad things happening to them, and I can imagine that it's also not easy for her. I think a lot of the biggest pains that I've felt have been seeing the people close to me go through pain. So then again, I guess I'm just very fortunate
솔직히 좀 무섭다.
that I don't have a lot of pain of my own.
발표가 목전이라면서요?
무슨 말인지 모르겠네. 들어들 가봐요.
수고하십시오. 축하드립니다. 축하드립니다.
Ooh, this is about to go sour really quickly.
팀장님 방금 보셨습니까?
Yeah, because that was my thing. I almost forgot to say. Is why do they think that a super experienced detective in his own right would not be aware of them being watched? I really hope that their cars have blacked out windows, because otherwise this would seem callous of the man to not notice.
연락이 안 돼서.
얼마나 애타게 연락했는지 휴대폰 통화 내역 신청해서 한번 보자.
I do feel like that's cleverer, because if they do follow him, there's a bigger chance that he might become aware of them following him.
한정이 여기. 당신은 어때요?
Oh, right, we were here.
당신 가족이. 그럼 나는 한주원을 믿어도 되나? 진실을 알게 되어도 깨지지 않을 정도로.
I feel like this should tip Han Ji-woon off that Dong-sik might suspect his dad, because obviously we don't know his mom. His mom hasn't come into the picture almost at all, except for the one reference, I think, in the previous episode. So he could only be talking about his father. That's their only known connection. So I feel like it should be obvious for Han Ji-woon what Dong-sik is implying. Dong-sik kind of expected this.
대한민국 경찰 1인자가 되셨네. 축하드립니다. 한종 경위님.
I'm so intrigued to see how this is gonna change everything because they just started trusting each other a little bit. And now this is again another obstacle.
쓰러진 유연이를 차로 치웠어?
내가 죽였어, 동시가.
I mean, unfortunately, he's not wrong in a sense. Like, he probably did deliver the final blow. But there's also the reality that even if he hadn't hit her, probably she still wouldn't have survived, which is just... This entire situation is just so messed up. I feel so bad for everyone involved.
너 혼자 죽인 것 같진 않고.
내가 죽였어, 동시가.
정신 차려, 이 새끼야.
Okay, what did he find out from?
성재는?
뭐가 더 있는 것 같아. 이창진 어떻게 됐어?
인간 아무래도 차장님하고 연결되어 있는 것 같아.
차장?
Okay, so the car park scene happened before Han Ji-woon and then he and Han Ji-woon were having this conversation. Because I thought it was at the same time, but it seems it was before. Which would make more sense because there would need to be a little bit of time that passes before the news outlets were to know about this and set up a small announcement.
그래서 우리 모두 이창진도 뒤쫓고 있었던 거 아닙니까?
그래서 한기환 차장이 도혜원 이창진과 연결되어 있다.
내 생각엔 이거
Interesting that he's referring to his father by his name. At least it sounds like it to me. I could be wrong, but he's not at all indicating a level of closeness to his father right now. And we know that they don't have the best relationship to begin with.
그런데 이유연 씨 사건과 한기환 차장을 왜 오는 겁니까?
내가 내 동생과 한경이 아버님을 엮고 있다?
아버지를 의심하는 이유가 뭡니까?
조길국역
I mean, I feel it's a fair question because, how should I put it? Basically, it's a very big ask to be like, you need to accept that there's a chance that your father had something to do with my sister's death. So normally you would need a reasonable amount of evidence to connect those dots. If you're accusing someone that someone else is related to, is close to in any way, shape or form, and there's going to be a block in accepting such awful information, you need to have even more evidence to be able to overcome that block.
그 사람한테 뭐라고 속삭였습니까? 범인은 네가 아니야. 한기환 차장일지도 몰라. 그러니 집으로 돌아가라.
맞아요.
그랬어요. 당신 진짜 제정신이야?
이제
Tell me about trust.
한주원 경위는 어떻게 할까요? 뭐든 알아서 한번 해보세요.
You just broke this man's entire world and you're giving him that line? Because the thing is, if we know anything about Han Ji-woon's character that we've seen in the past 12 episodes, is that he desperately wants to do the right thing. And I think obviously right now he does want to do the right thing, but you have to have a really bad relationship with your parents not to still have some grain of loyalty towards them. And I think it would have been easier for Han Ji-woon had his relationship with his dad been at that level, but I don't think it is. Not yet.
나는 한주원을 믿어도 되나? 진실을 알게 되어도 깨지지 않을 정도로.
I think it's important that he keeps that in mind.
당신을 믿지 않아. 나는 한기환을 믿지 않아. 나는
Only trust myself?
나도 믿지 않아.
Oh! Okay, fair enough.
나는 아무도 믿지 않습니다.
That's very sad.
그러니까 당신이 믿든가 말든가 나하고 상관없는 일이야.
I think you're lying. Don't answer the phone right now. Wait until you can think more clearly. Please tell me you didn't go to visit his dad right now. Well, he did it. That tells you that he has some suspicion towards him. Because it's all talk until he takes action, and he did just take action. It's easy to say, I don't trust my father, but will you follow through on that? So, at least he's somewhat open to the possibility. He looks so good, and I'm being distracted by it.
합정재, 죽고 싶냐? 유연이 죽인 놈 잡고 그때 죽어라, 정재야.
So basically, you're gonna help me find out who actually killed my sister before you die. Okay, something.
니네 어머니 이창진한테 돈 왜 줬니? 유연이가 죽은 다음 달 니네 어머니가 이창진한테 땅을 왜 넘겼냐?
I appreciate that he laid out all his suspicions to Jongjae because, I mean, it's very risky, but I think in a way, again, he does still trust Jongjae. He said as much. So, I think he wanted to equip him with all the knowledge that he has so that Jongjae knows what to look out for should he decide to help Dong-sek further.
왜 잘못되는데?
네가 자꾸 정신을 놓으니까.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
정재야.
날 기억나요?
어?
전부 다 기억나. 내가 유연이 차로 친 거.
Okay. Are we gonna get some more?
그래서 엄마한테 보폰에 전화했다는 거.
박정재.
Yeah, so that would have to have happened. Like, the superintendent would have had to have hit her with the car before the dinner or the drinks that they had.
사슴 쳤어. 어? 사람 쳤어, 사람.
So I wonder if he'd already started to tell himself that story because he couldn't cope with what he actually had done. Because I mean, it's clear that he genuinely believed it for the longest time, but it seems it started almost immediately. But also, the fact that she drove drunk, because she was decidedly still out of it when she answered the phone.
이 대표, 나 좀 도와줘.
Connor would wonder where they found all these old
나
phones.
한배 탔잖아.
Ah, so she's the one who started with the blackmailing. But here I feel like you can clearly see the two rows so close together, which makes everything make more sense for me. I didn't really notice that before.
기억 안 나요?
Now, the thing is, the body ended up back in Dongsik's house, which could only have been done by Moonjuk. So, and he actually kind of lied with his like final words to Dongsik because it was him. Still, it just, he wasn't the one who gave the final blow. But he still was the one who did all the initial awful things to her.
유연이 죽었었어. 살아있었어. 아니? 유연이 네가 죽였잖아. 이창진 그 새끼가 죽였을 수도 있고.
I don't know what I hope for, because either way this girl went through hell. But I don't think she would have been able to survive 2 cars hitting her, one physically driving over her, only to then be killed by him smothering her or something. I really hope that's not the case, because that just makes it even worse.
유연이 죽인 놈 찾아야 되니까. 그게 네가 살아있는 유일한 이유야. 알겠어?
Because I was wondering, like, how would you theoretically take down Han Ji-won's father, considering he is in so much control right now with his new title and everything? The only real way to do that, maybe, is if Jung-jae's mother found out that Han Ji-won's father was the actual killer, or the initial killer, shall we say, and leaked that to the press, only for it to come out that she also was guilty, so all 3 of them would go down together, but it would be believable at the start because she would be the initial one to reveal the facts. I don't know.
뭐가 그런 게 아닌데.
그냥 제대로 기억하는 거 아니고.
내가 뭘 제대로 기억 못한데.
네가 이어 죽였잖아.
Yeah, okay, so she definitely doesn't know.
차로 죽여놓고. 아니야, 그게 아니고.
It makes sense that she doesn't know. If there was someone else to blame, she would have already blamed them, basically.
20여 년 동안 난 그렇게 알고 있었는데 그게 왜 그 기집애 집 지하실 벽에서 나왔을까?
Wench, oh my word, do you really need to be that
유연이 강진묵이 묻었어.
degrading
강진묵이
after everything you did?
동식이한테.
아이 참지.
그래, 그 새끼는 아무것도 처리하지 않았어. 21년 동안 엄마를 속인 거라고. 근데 엄마는 그 자식이 달라는 대로 돈도 땅도 다 준 거지.
I don't know how purposefully Jung-jae is doing this, but he's effectively turning them against each other right now.
가서 말해. 이창진이 한기환을 따로 만나고 있다.
이창진, 한기환 그 2 사람은 엄마한테 비밀이 있어요.
I don't know how they're doing it, but they're like making me like Jung-jae even more, despite knowing that he did some horrible things. Because make no mistake, he did do horrible things, but there was no maliciousness behind it, and that does help in a sense in how I view him.
그 2 사람이 엄마를 이용하고 있는 게 아니고?
그 말씀은요. 네. 네, 감사합니다. 네, 그럼
I'm kind of living for the fact that he and Dong-sik are kind of breeding discourse between them. But now I'm stressed because the one thing that Han-Joo-won's father accused him of at the start of the show was that he, despite pretending to be calm and collected, was an emotional person who reacted before thinking. And I feel like this is going to be the true test on whether that still stands true.
몇십 년 동안 얼마나 조심하셨겠어요. 그거야 공직자로서 당연한 처신 아닌가. 내가 너한테 바라는 것도 그거 하나뿐이란 걸 모르진 않을 텐데. 머리 감은 짐승은
Of which you are a part of, if you haven't forgotten.
마음대로 되지 않아 골치야. 제가 아버지 인생의 유일한 걸림돌인가 봐요. 이 아침부터! 그걸 따지라고 찾아온 거냐? 아니요. 조길구 남상배 감정서 조사한 거 중간 보고해드리려고요.
보고해.
남상배 소장이 찾아와 말했던 감정서, 조길구가 이야기한 윗선 기억나시죠? 그 사람이 정철민 사장입니다. 아버지 이름을 팔아서 조길구를 움직이고.
I'm thinking and hoping that Han-Joo-won is basically giving his father the perfect out to see if his father will take it and maybe to set a trap. I'm hoping. I don't know if I believe that he believes what he's saying.
그런 게 아니라
기자와 국회의원들이 좋아할 스토리죠. 청문회 괜찮으시겠어요?
I have mixed feelings about this because his father is very suspicious, so I'm pretty sure he would read that as a threat from Han-Joo-won, and I think Han-Joo-won intended it as a threat, but I feel like despite it being a calculated threat, I don't know if it was the right choice.
사장님, 감축 드립니다. 이 얼마나 기다린 순간입니까? 감축, 또 감축 드립니다. 네? 아, 네.
But it's interesting to me because, again, they're turning everyone who's been protecting each other against each other. Whether coordinated or not, it's happening. And also, I wonder if this is like a final test from Han-Joo-won to see if his father really is the type to just throw everyone around him under the bus if it suits him. Because we know that Han-Joo-won values honesty and he turned himself in. So I feel like, you know, the only thing that would have been able to redeem his faith in his father is if his father had any involvement in it. Even if just a small part, if he had admitted that mistake, Han-Joo-won might have felt differently about it.
사장님. 꾸라. 응? 꾸라 이 새끼야. 아, 죄송합니다. 죄송합니다, 사장님. 뭐가 그렇게 죄송한데? 그건
Cause you're upset?
그건 20년 동안 도예원이한테 얼마 받아 처먹었어? 얼마를 받아 처먹었냐고? 죄송합니다.
I have to admit, I confused the names and I think that might have confused my words at some point.
죄송합니다, 사장님. 감정서 그거 왜 바꿨어?
I thought at one point that they were talking about the other inspector who had nothing to do with anything, the one with the longer hair, when they were obviously talking about this man that's kneeling down.
그건 저도 잘 뭐가 나왔는데 바꿨냐고. 모릅니다. 저도 정말 모릅니다. 고개 들어. 날.
This is such a weird feeling to it.
도예원 아들, 그 친구 건실합니다. 연쇄살인범도 아니었고요. 범인은 강지목 그 새끼가 맞았지 않습니까? 문제될 거 없습니다.
I mean, he is a serial killer though, so... But again, I don't know if this was a smart move, because now he has scapegoats.
그때 체포했으면 진작에 끝났을 일. 문제될 게 없어.
사장님, 왜 이러십니까?
20년 동안 돈 잘 받아 처먹었지, 어?
Yeah, but is this a rational reaction from someone who had nothing to gain or lose from the situation would have.
용의자 그 강진묵인가? 내가 그 사람을 한번 만나보고 싶어서 말이야.
왜 만나고 싶으신 건지.
내가 미제로 남긴 사건 아니까.
Oh my word, they really are all protecting each other. Because I thought that with the Mr. Zhang's reaction, that he didn't have any idea of the superintendent's general involvement with things, but now he must suspect something even if he doesn't know the full story.
그날 강진목을 만나러 온 건 JL건설 이창진이었으니까 제가 CCTV를 정말 멈춰 세웠을까요?
So he's the one who sent him the blackmail email, and he already sent it out, so it's gonna be found in some way, even if Han Ji-won's father gets rid of the original copy. This is what happens when you get in bed with sharks. Cars can do that? New car? Who this?
뭐 아마 오늘도 출근하시겠지.
박정재 경감은 당신 뜻대로 움직였습니까?
네. 움직였고 기다리고 있지.
우리 모두 기다리고 있네요.
So are you guys working together, or are you just seeing who catches the fish first? Like, what's going on here?
한종경이 당신 말이 맞아. 나 미친놈이에요. 완전 망가져버렸지.
Why does he seem so vulnerable in this moment? Like he actually cares about what Han Ji-won thinks of him.
아버지가 범죄자라도 한경이랑은 상관이 없으니까. 만약에
He just loves to probe at Han Ji-won to see if he bleeds. Oh my word. But I think in a weird way some of it is well intentioned, because Dong-sik didn't start out jaded. I think he grew jaded because of his experiences, and he maybe wants to warn Han Ji-won off of it so that he won't, even if he experiences it as well, he maybe won't be as hurt by it because Dong-sik tried to warn him.
당신 아버지가 내 동생 사망에 관련이 있으면 말이야. 한경이는 괜찮겠습니까?
내가 괜찮냐고 묻는 겁니까? 당신이 아니야? 왜 그런 질문을 합니까? 내가 괜찮든 말든 그게 뭐가 중요한데?
That was not the thing I was thinking Han Ji-won would focus on.
아버님 한기한 차장님께서 경찰청장 내정되신 거 축하드립니다. 인터뷰 부탁드리겠습니다. 한 말씀만.
할 말 없습니다.
스톱! 들어오면 안 되지.
Yeah, you're still banned. This man's quite attractive, but they could maybe use his help later on, potentially. It's always good to have a connection at the press. I think he has actually.
맞습니다. 저는 경위 한주원입니다.
I think these two just genuinely fell in love with each other, and I can't. My mind will not be changed. Isn't that the burner phone?
있어?
Where do you tell us where you're digging this number up from? Because I think you know it, and I want to know from where. Is it the lawyer's number? The one that keeps on calling Han Joo-won's father his father as well?
처음 뵙겠습니다. 이동식입니다.
I didn't think that when he was planning to meet the parents it would be in this situation.
처음인가 우리가? 한 번도 만난 적이 없었나?
네. 처음입니다.
There better not be another twist. I'm gonna throw hands.
어디로 말씀이십니까?
서울청 감찰 조사에 비리 저지른 새끼들 싹 다 잡아들이라고. 이동식 경위.
Ooh, that Dutch tilt on a simple handshake. Oh. But, I wonder what Han Joo-won's father's motive is, because there's so many. And maybe I'm giving too much credit here to how deeply I perceive Han Joo-won and Dong-sik's relationship to be versus how deeply the characters around them might perceive it. But part of me wonders if he's doing it to get leverage on Han Joo-won himself, because I wonder if he sees what I as an audience member am seeing, and that is that Han Joo-won is attached to Dong-sik, regardless of in what shape or form it might be. Oh, we're not gonna get a resolution on that? That's interesting.
팀장님, 뉴스 안 보세요?
Because in my brain, I'm like... if there must have been something that happened in that office that they don't want us to see. And it's concerning me a little bit, because if Dong-sik is gonna do it, is gonna turn on Han Joo-won's father, it would make more sense for him to accept his hand in view of the audience, so that there would be this uncertainty of, is he being serious? Isn't he? Is he gonna turn on Han Joo-won? Is he gonna turn on Han Joo-won's father? Like, that dynamic would be created. But the fact that there was no resolution of him rejecting it or accepting it is concerning to me.
봐요. 이럽시다.
그래도 한기환 사장님이 한때 우리 문주경찰서 서장님이셨는데. 아, 거참 형님들 팀장님 불편하시다잖아요. 불편해요? 왜? 아니.
로즈야, 들어봐.
저희 팀 B번입니다.
B번이면 댁에 가서 시청을 하시죠. 응?
우리 누나는 오늘 근무에서 빼고 종재형이랑 동식이 형 다 모이기로 했어요.
아니, 정재 아저씨랑 다 온다 그랬다고?
네. 왜요?
Yeah, it's surprising that Jong-jae is coming.
일이라도 있어요?
아무도 안 올 거니까 가. 응? 여기 왜 왔어?
이제 도망치지 않으려고.
That's such a nice jacket he has on.
꼭 받아야 돼.
I think in a weird way, maybe it's just me, but she feels like she could accept him in some way, shape or form if he were to actually pay for what he did, versus never being able to look at him again if he doesn't.
아니, 40년 공직생활을 어떻게 그렇게 완벽 청량하십니까? 존경합니다, 보좌님.
이번 청문회는 걱정 없습니다.
후보자님 말고 누가 15만 경찰의 수장이 되겠습니까?
Ooh, so many. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm still surprised. I'm stressing, but also he looks so good.
청문회장까지 나 같은 파출소 직원 들여보내줄 인맥도 있고 검사는 검사인가 봐. 고마워.
굳이 여기까지 와서 꼭 아버님 경찰청장 되시는 걸 지켜보겠다는 거야.
I feel so bad for him because it's so clear that Han Ji-won is using him for something. I don't know why Han Ji-won needs to be there in person, but even though I have not liked this man the most throughout the show, I do kind of feel bad for him in this moment.
선서가 끝나면 서명 날이란 선서문을 위원장에게 제출해 주시기 바랍니다. 그럼 선서해 주시기 바랍니다.
Why am I stressing so much?
선서, 공직 후보자인 본인은 국회가 실시하는 인사청문회에서 양심에 따라 숨김과 보탬이 없이 사실 그대로 말할 것을 맹세합니다.
My heart is pounding so fast.
의사진행관은 있습니다. 강민나 한경수 의원님 질의해 주십시오. 대한민국 근간을 지키는 15만 경찰의 수장을 검증하는 자리입니다. 솔직한 답변 부탁드립니다. 네, 당연히 그렇게 하겠습니다.
I'm scared that Dong-sik is gonna do a number 99 in a way that seems like a absolute betrayal to Han Ji-won, but maybe we'll find out in episode 16 that it wasn't a betrayal at all.
채무 관계요?
토지 소유자가 급전이 필요해서 일정 금액을 정무총장에게 대야 했고 그것을 토지로 갚은 것입니다. 그에 대한 증거는
Yeah, and this is why I was scared for Han Ji-won revealing this to his father before he went to the press with it, is because it gave him time to come up with a reasonable lie. And he has other information, so he could draw from that information to create like the ultimate lie that would explain everything were they to look further into it. There's only 5 minutes left and I so badly want to continue watching. I'm so curious. I think I might just. We'll see.
반드시 처리하겠습니다.
아이고 주원아, 고작 그걸로 여기까지 온 거니? 한경수 의원님 질의 시간 끝났습니다.
Just with that, it seems like he also probably inferred that Han Ji-won planted that article. Well, he didn't plant it, it's the truth. But still.
그럼 다음으로 반도당 잠시 실례하겠습니다.
He looks so good and I'm so scared that it's not going to go the way I hope.
청문회하고 있는 거 안 보이나?
청장 청문회하고 있잖아요 지금.
아니 법을 집행하는 데 있어서 때와 장소가 중요합니까? 그렇습니까? 한기환 경찰청장 후보자님.
He looks so good, I can't get over it.
무슨 일이지? 이동식 경위.
긴급 체포건입니다. 차장님.
뭐?
Are you gonna arrest Han Ji-won? I don't know why. I'm feeling like I'm hoping that he's gonna lay out all the facts that incriminate Han Ji-won's father. But I think he's gonna switch it around and arrest Han Ji-won.
당신은 묵비권을 행사할 수 있고 변호인을 선임할 권리가 있고 변명의 기회가 있으며 체포 구속적 부심을 법원에 청구할 권리가 있습니다.
I mean, that's quite damning if your own son gets arrested at your hearing. Because he did say early on, looks like I'm your only obstacle. So I think this was their last resort, is if he manages to talk his way out of everything else, then Han Ji-won would offer himself as the final bait to catch his father. I'm hoping that's the case, but there's also the very real possibility that Han Ji-won will have to suffer further legal consequences even if he manages to get a lighter sentence in light of the evidence.
뭐야 이거?
지금 한경이님 체포한 거예요? 동시경이? 무슨 짓입니까?
무슨 짓은? 죄를 지었으면 벌을 받아야죠. 한정경이.
Oh, the looks they're giving each other. I'm dying. I'm sorry. I probably should be very stressed. Maybe I'm gonna regret it and be stressed later. But for right now, I have like explained everything away so that I can just enjoy this moment. Oh, that's so good. That look.
오늘 회의는 여기서 마치겠습니다. 하늘을 선포합니다.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm so excited. It's just everything feels like it's clicking into place and I don't even know if I have it right at all. But it looks so promising, I'm so excited. Oh, I might not be able to resist. I might just watch another episode right after this. We shall see. But that was such a good episode. I think that might just be my favorite episode so far. I feel like the last few episodes have just like been replacing each other on the list of my favorite episodes, but this one was just so strong in so many different ways, and if even like a margin of what I speculated is true, I'm just so excited to see how everything is gonna play out. I said in the earlier scene with Hanjun confronting his father that I was scared that he would be emotional, and I love that they didn't do that, which shows that he really has grown so much as a character. We saw it with him saying, I won't just throw stones anymore without evidence because of what Chief Nam said. Here's yet another example of how much he's grown. And I kind of like that they didn't show the handshake because I explained why I thought they would if this was gonna be a thing, but I think it just ended up adding another layer of tension that might not have been there otherwise, because you would have already been expecting it to go one way or another way. Here it was kind of like a surprise on top of not knowing how things are quite gonna pan out. But yeah, the show has such a good rhythm. I really am enjoying it so much. I'm so excited for the last 3 episodes. I hope you guys are enjoying it too, and I'll see you guys again next time. ZHANG.